Alright, welcome to Dale Kramer's Custom Cars and anything that we can try to fix and build today. Oh, okay, well, whatever. Today we're working on the steering. And holy cow! It's close. Look at this. I gotta show you this. Okay, so what we're gonna, well here, let's run through this quick. Okay, so there's the Mustang 2 steering rack and pinion. And I just drank some water, so excuse me. And then we got the spine, and then the U-joint and stuff, and then the 3/4 inch and double D shaft, and it goes through and up to here, and then eventually hooks up the column. The column I have kind of just ratchet strap. It's not in place. It's just a hole so it don't flip up or something like that. But anyway, so I gotta have a steering ham here when the U-joint's over here and the U-joint's up here. So we're gonna have something supporting this shaft from moving around. So we put a ham here. And then we put a hem down here. Okay, kind of see it there. So that way the shaft doesn't roll, doesn't move, you know, like this, you know, like this, you know. So anyway, so we put one on this side and one on that side, holds the shaft. Now the other side of this is that U-joint, that's being supported by that, and then this U-joint and this U-joint right here is being supported when I build the column support, so the column will support it. So now, but one of the biggest problems I have here is clearance. Not clearance, but clearance. So anyway, I could have ran the shaft from there. I could have ran it up this way, but then I'd have to have a U-joint going this way. Then I gotta have a U-joint going this way. Then I gotta have a U-joint going this way. Okay, several U-joints. I could have ran roadster headers, and I could have ran it. Okay, no problem. Run it through the motor mount. But we didn't want that either. And underneath, then this U-joint would have kinked too far. The degree of operation would have been like this, and that don't work. You can only bring them to maybe, I don't know, roughly 30 degrees or something like that, I think, maximum. Something like this, like maybe here somewhere, whatever. Not like this. They don't work that way. So that wasn't going to work either, so I couldn't run it underneath the frame. But I found a little spot between the frame and the header that it fit. But I had to cut out. Let's see if I can get some light on this. You can kind of see where the motor mount is there. See that little notch I had to put in there? If the thing focuses. See it there? Okay, so I had to notch that out. So I brought the shaft up so straight. The shaft is solid from this U-joint right here all the way up to that U-joint. It's a solid shaft, okay, as you can kind of see. But boy, oh boy, is the clearance tight. It'll work because we got these style motor mounts like this. So this is going to work. But it's going to be tight. It's one of the tightest steering shafts I ever put together. But you can kind of see how tight it is. And she is tight. But I think it's still safe. Okay? So anyway, what we're going to work on right now is we're going to weld that brace in onto the side of the frame. I got a C-clamp. You can kind of see the C-clamp there. And then weld it on this side. Weld it on this side. And then this one as well. You know, that I got here too. That's got to be welded on this side, and that side you can see the C-clamp I got there. So we're going to weld that in quick. Then we'll have everything done up to here. The only thing is that this clearance right between here, you know, these are going to be too long, so they got to be shortened so it can, I hope, yeah, it'll fit there. It's going to be close, but it'll work. And then this will be going up this way, you know, up to the column. It's going to be close. It's going to work. And then that way we can still get the starter off from the bottom. The header, there's no studs in the heads, so I think the header would still come out if you ever had to take it out, and plus you can move motor over, whatever. I'm not going to worry about that either. But it is super close, you know. And the motor mount, you know, they're those good polyurethane motor mounts, you know. So I think we'll be fine there. Shouldn't hurt nothing on the shaft. And if it would ever fall on the shaft, you should still be able to steer it to the side of the road. But I really don't see no problem there. And then what I always do is, they always say use Loctite on these. I never do. What I do with these is that I tighten them up as good as I can. And then I put a tack on each side of this. You know, I tack this shaft to this joint, one here and one on the other side. That's what I do, because nothing's going to beat any of this, you know. Obviously this is spine, don't tack this in. This is spine. Use Loctite here. And then when you tack this all together, the shaft can't go up and down, you know. So you'll be safe, you know. I've had these come loose on me, and I've actually used, you know, because the problem is when you're doing this stuff is heat. Okay, so here's going to be an issue. This is going to get warm. We're going to have a nice big fan here blowing, but this is probably going to get warm. And then if you put Loctite on these, the Loctite don't like heat. That's how you loosen shit up. So we'll be tacking these together. And when you install these, you see this, how I got this one in a little too far? You want them flat. This has to be pushed back a little bit. This shaft. It's in a little too far. You know what I mean? So that's too far. And that's okay. I'll readjust. That's not all put together yet anyway. So yeah, so that one there I ain't going to be able to tack because it's too close to the steering handle. But this is where it's got to be to make this all work. So I have to live with certain things. And if we tack this all, and yeah, we'll be fine. This one will be fine. This is double D shaft, 3/4 inch saw. So anyway, I'm going to put you guys on pause. I'm going to weld zit, zit. And then over here, zit, zit. And then we're going to start, then we're going to be up to this point. Then we got to start mounting the column. And the column, what we got to do here is I got to make a column mount from the firewall down to here so it supports the bottom. Top will be fine, I think. It's at the factory mount, you know, and that's pretty tough. But it's the bottom I got to make a 45-degree mount on. So anyway, I'm going to pause this all. I got to set up the welder yet, and I got all kinds of stuff to do here. Why should I film all that? So we'll see in a bit. Alright, I got the welder set up now, and I'm going to weld those two braces up quick. And, you know, on those braces I'm welding up, you know, there's adjustments too if I need to do anything. That is so close, guys. It is just unbelievable, but there's no other way of doing this. Unless I got 1,500 U-joints, and I don't know. I don't know. We're gonna go with it, and right now it's the biggest thing that bothers me is heat. You know, it's still far enough away the U joint is. You know, and the fan will obviously when the motor's running, the fan is turning, and it's an open car. Um, I've had U joints pretty close to headers before. I don't like it, but I've never had a problem with it because they're not laying on the header. There's still air distance between the two, and plus you can use header wrap. You can use there's all kinds of different options you can go with. You can make a shield. You can, when we cross that bridge, we'll check it out. When we get this thing running and driving, we'll take it for a ride and come back, and we'll feel things out. I'll take my heat gun to everything and take a look at it, my temperature gun, and see what we got going on, and we'll go from there. That's all we can do. Sometimes you got to ride with it for a while and see what's going on, and then you'll know at that point it'll come to you. Seems like the good Lord will always help you in some sort of way, but let's weld those braces up so we can call that done, and then we can start making the column mount, the lower column mount. Yeah. Okay. Look, I'm your father. I have to land in the car to get the rest of that one. This one's kind of sketchy. Oh, how can we do this? Yeah, okay. We'll do what it takes, I guess. Sometimes you can look at something so I can weld that together. And time you get your helmet on, your big wand in your hand, can't get to the dang thing. Wish you had stuff a little compact. I've had trouble with the wand, and today it's working just perfectly fine. So, okay. So let's inspect that, and then I think I've got to lay underneath the car and weld the rest of that quick. Okay, I'm gonna weld that better. See that already? Oh, I'm so happy we're getting there. Okay, yeah. Let's weld that a little bit better there. car. There, that's more gooder. Now, way under here and get this done quick. One thing I always hated, guys, is welding underneath the car. I don't care for that. Not the easiest thing to do. Some light under here. See what we're doing here. Okay. Pull the seat clamps off. Oh, yeah. Yep. Yep. Okay. Yep. Yep. Oh yeah. Yep. Okay. Yep. Yep. There. That one done. There. Yeah. Right there, maybe I can stick to it. Looks like they have a hole. Yep. 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 Oh yeah. Yep. What's that? Let's see. That wrong. Okay, yep. Got one side I gotta weld from the top. Now my trigger's starting to act up again. Shoot. If I can get that welded up anyway. I hope I can complete the steering before. Okay. Pull this out of here. Oh, I got that already. Never mind. I guess we're done. Okay. Okay. So now let's see if we can get in there and test it. Get the car off the ground. Okay, now what's going to happen here is that I'm going to turn this, and this is going to hit this. This one's going to hit the frame. So maybe, what should we do here? You got to put shorter ones in, and you know, they sent along these nylocks with these. Don't use them, the nylocks. The proper nut, and they don't know, is this thin. This is a jam nut. Okay? And they send you these nylocks. Don't use them. Heat gets that nylon, and what does it do? It doesn't help you. Take them and just kind of get rid of them. Don't use those nylocks with these. The heat will get to them, and they're not going to do you any good. I don't know whose idea that was, but that's not a very good idea. Not a safe one. You know, I mean, it's just, that's what came with these. Either use, they gotta be dimpled nuts. When they're dimpled to lock, not nylocks. That is just, somebody put them in there not knowing what they're talking about. I would never allow that. You know? I'm pulling these all out right now so I can test thing. All this is going to fall apart now, I know, but I should just find them. I'm gonna, if that's 3/4 inch, that must be a 3/4 inch wrench, huh? Well, no, maybe that's not true either. Hang on, I'm gonna find a wrench that fits that. Probably gonna be like 11/16 going in it, yeah. Yeah, 5/8, huh? No size, that's what it is. No, it's working perfect. No binding, no hitting. Okay. Okay, so we got the green light up to that point then, I know that. Now, I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to take those set screws right now and I'm going to cut them down. They're too long. I'm going to look and I think I got a bunch of them, I think, in a thing here. I might have a bunch of them. those thin thread, or those nylock nuts, they're going. Don't use them. Only if you're clear and away from heat, but I still wouldn't advise it at all. Alright, so now for clearance, when they turn, they come with these long Allen set screws, okay? And they're too long too. And then I went to my drawer and I buy a bunch of these short ones, and then you can see the jam nuts I have on them. So when you get these cheaper U-joints, they come with these long things, okay? Just hang on a minute here. So don't use them, nothing else, because they hit everything on the side, clearance issues. Then they come with these nylocks too, and they're just standard nuts that have nylon. This nylon won't, if that gets heated up from the header, that nylon ain't going to stop that nut from coming off. It's going to be soft and it's just going to unscrew it. So then what I do is I use these thin jam nuts, you know, and that's the nylock one, okay? These nylocks, just get rid of them. That's my opinion anyway, okay? So let's see what we can do here. I may have to shorten up some of these. Now again, I wonder if I can get that wrench out. Now when you set this up, you want that thing just on the edge of there, not all the way in, not all the way out. You want it on the edge of that. That way it doesn't interfere with the angle of the U-joint. It's almost looking like I'm going to have to, maybe not on these two, I'm just gonna lock that together a little bit there. I think it's actually well, come on, hands. There we go. Okay. Again, everything takes 15,000 tools to work with. Let's set that one up really quick. Now I'm just setting this up. I'm not applying no Loctite. I'm not going to tack weld them yet. Nothing. Not until we're done. Just going to tighten them up good enough so we can work with it. So everything's dummied up. Guess we got to do some adjustments. We don't want to go nuts and start welding everything tight together. You know what I mean? Okay, now these are gonna have to be shorter, I think, than even these short ones. Okay, so I'm gonna take these to the grinder and grind these really short, but I gotta see what I got here. I'm gonna measure these out. Really short. Oh, I got some really short ones I should look at. I'm gonna put you guys on pause while I figure this out. Okay, so we're in there. That's a lot better. That's more gooder again. So now I'm going to use these nylock nuts to shorten these. I'm going to clamp my vice grip on them. And I'm sure they'll come loose because of the heat from the bench grinder. I'm going to shorten up. I need two really short ones for this joint, but on this side, because they're gonna hit. So I'm gonna make two short ones. So I clamped one in my vice grip. I'm gonna go take it to the bench grinder and then take this one to the bench grinder. So I got the two short ones for that. I'll be right back. Okay, so I ground them just a little bit bigger than that nut, you know. So let's see if that's enough here. I'm going to take the two nuts off of these now, you know, off of these two. So I'll be back in a second. So they're pretty small now. So we'll see once. Let's take this temporary one out. That's too long. See, this is the one that it came with. So you can kind of see, you got to shorten it up about 3/4 of the way. I mean, so it's only, so the new one is only 3/4 the length of that one that came with it. I can measure stuff. Let's see if it fits this first before we get too crazy here. Okay, we got to make sure that's even again, which it is there. Let's see if we can get started. Oh, come on, I can't see nothing on there. There it goes. Make sure we're even yet. Can hold that. I'm holding out with my finger right now the double D shaft. So I know I don't get too much there in the hole. Okay, there it is. Yeah, is that still too long? I don't know. I'll jam that up and then we'll grab ourselves one of our nuts here. Might be a little long yet, guys. I'm not sure though. I have to turn this thing to see once. It's close. Let's just jam that all up like we're done with it for now. So we get the full effect, right? Of mocking it up. Now, I got to stand up straight for a minute. Just the old back. Being 7 foot tall and a little overweight, which I'm trying to lose weight. Okay. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, I know these will be good because this is going up an angle, so there's no clearance there. That's not going to hit the frame. These two right here on this side is what I'm concerned about. Boy, that could have been shortened a little less yet. But let's see once here. Yeah, but let's. Okay, how close are you there? Oh, got plenty of room. About 3/16, maybe a quarter of an inch there. Yeah, there's plenty of room. Okay, good. Let's finish assembling that. Turn it so we get to the next one here. There we go. Now what did I do with it? Right here. And we gotta take that nylock off of there. Good, we're getting somewhere. And I think I'm gonna stop this video here shortly, and then then the next video will be mounting the column here. I'm gonna start working on that right away. So I gotta take a break here anyway. Get that started on there right away if we can. Okay. Oh, I think I'm going to have to clean up that thread. I forgot to do that. Shoot. Okay, well, let's go grab that. Oh, you know, I was thinking, guys, since they gotta be that small, why don't I just run a standing nut on there? That'll give you more threading lock, huh? Maybe? Let's see once here. Let's see how this works. I'm kind of thinking more is gooder to a certain degree. So let's just see what we got going here. I might take those thin See, those locking nuts, they're designed to be in tight spaces and so forth. They usually jam two of them together, you know. They're called jam nuts, you know. Okay, check the distance. Yeah, we're good there yet. Let's see how this works. Nothing else, I'll just use a step. Make sure that's tight without breaking this off. You know what? I want to try this. I don't know if I'm going to use standard nuts or not. God, I like that. That actually looks okay. Let's change that other one over, huh? Let's do it right, you don't do it at all, right? We'll shut her down and go in the house. Steering is very important. Obviously, we all know that. There was a show, well, Boyd Coddington had, he was still with us. Yeah, that cleared just fine. I didn't pay attention. But anyway, he had one of them come loose because all they did was they Loctited it, and then the heat from the header got to it. Oh, I better have it loose. Oh, where's the comfortable spot there? And he was drifting along some interstate. I don't know if you guys ever seen that show, American Hot Rod. And he had one of these come loose on him. Wish I had some dimple lock nuts. That'd be the best way to go, wouldn't it? I wonder if I do. You know, I'm gonna go look. Okay, well, I couldn't find, I only had one dimple nut. So here's the dimple nut. See that little dimple in there? They pound that in there so that way the threads resist so they don't come loose. Or they got like a castle type of nut where the top looks round a little bit there. See, and that's dimpled. That would probably be your best choice. Or they got, you can use a nut with a star washer on it, you know. But right now I don't have any of that, so I think I'm just gonna put a little simple lock washer on there. Okay? And then later on, like I say, I'll be tacking them on anyway. So I think between everything, I think we'll be just fine. You know, we'll be just fine because we got to make sure we're safe or don't do it at all. But the bottom line is, I would never allow or advise, do what you want in your life, but I would never use nylock like this with the nylon in it. Because that heat off that header will melt that, and these are going to do nothing. If you got to use these, use them with a lock washer, okay? That'll help you. So let's see if we can use all this on here. Okay, what did I do it right? They're not very much. Okay, I gotta get some nuts. I gotta grab my nuts and set them over here. still think though, there's nothing better than the old lock washer and nuts. You know? Well, let's try that. May not work for this application here. But, well, why won't that go under now? May not work. Let's just try it now. Well, that looks good and healthy. Gotta get my head in there and really look at it. You don't want to fool around with this stuff, man. You want to make sure it's right. You can't do it right, then don't do it. You don't play around steering. I'm gonna scold you. Anybody. If you guys build cars, you know what I'm saying. Oh, we turned all the way. I gotta turn it back. I was wondering why it stopped. Man, I gotta take off my hat or something here. It falls down on my face. Okay, let's see if it fits. That's the next thing I gotta look at here. It may not work, so might have to go with dimpled nuts here. Dimpled nuts, that sounds funny. Yeah, I don't know. I think dimple nuts are going to be the way to go. Got it. Not that bad, really. It's just this one joint here where it comes close to the frame. That's the one I'm being so respectful of because it's so close to the frame, you know. Watching the operation of it all. Man. Yeah, I think we're going to go dimple nuts on that one. Let's take that lock washer off here and just put the nut on it. That we can change in a few minutes. I don't like it too close, guys. If red flags come up in your mind, there must be something wrong, right? That's why you take the time, and it's called engineering, you know? You're doing it right or don't do it, you know? You could go to dimple nut with a star washer, I guess. There's all kinds of ways to keep that thing from turning out. I don't think I'd use any chemical compounds. I wouldn't use any nylox. I'd make it mechanical, you know, where you know, look at all that washer dug into that nut already. So it's doing its job already. I'm proud of that. It was doing its job. Ready to hold on for life. So we're going to get some dimpled nuts for that. That's enough talking about dimpled nuts. over that way. Let's just get this. We'll get this all set up. I gotta. Okay. Now, let's see. I got both sides done. Okay, now we gotta go down here. We'll do this one right here. Make sure all this is done. Then make sure everything's all set up here, right, guys? Okay, that feels right. Even inside the spines of the. Let's make sure it's tight first. That one's kind of hard to. I'm working on the one over in the shaft right now here. Come on, Stan. There you go. I suppose I can wheel you over there. Oh, my camera stand here. She gets fussy. Sorry about banging you guys around here a little bit. Let's see, turn the fan blade here so you can see something. Okay. So I made sure that this shaft down here was even to this point here. Inside the thing, I'm shaking like because I'm working with little shit again. Not used to grabbing little shit. Okay, we're gonna throw a standard nut in there. I changed my mind. We're gonna use dimple nuts on everything here. Just as bad as a woman in a clothing store or a guy in a parts store. Can't make up my mind here. Okay, there we go. There's only one in that shaft, in that one. Okay, let's go to the next one here. Not going to use any of those jam nuts. I might have to shorten a couple more of these, huh? There's the frame here now. You see the frame right here. Are they going to hit the frame? Huh, let's jam these up once and see what we got going here. And then we're even inside here. Hopefully the fan blades. We're even inside here. You know, we want this shaft just to be in here. We don't want it to go beyond it. You always want to set it up so it don't go beyond this. Just in here, on each end. I may have to shorten these up yet. We're going to try it this one. I'm setting it up like I'm done with it, but again, I checked that, made sure I was in not too far. If you're going too far, then the U-joint don't work. It'll bind it up. Okay, let's see what's there. There we go. There we go. There we go. Yeah. Next step is to turn this and see if they hit that frame. Oh, not even close. Good. See, that one came with those long ones again, you know. Perfect. You can see the rack is still loose. I got the rack bolts loose, but they're... I hope I got them tightened up far enough. I should tighten that up, shouldn't I? Okay. Oh man, the old back, guys. Well, anyway, guys, we talked about nuts today. We talked about washers, links. Kind of a weird conversation. But let's call this video in. Now we got on the next video. Let's see if I can put this here. Hang tight, guys. So yeah, so we got this in the place, and they're not going to hit the frame. And we got the shaft going up to the header. Seriously ungodly close, but it works. That's the only way we can do it. And we got it done up to here, up to the firewall. So now what we're going to do is we got to connect this to that. So now we're going to make a column mount underneath the dash here. That'll be on the next video. Let me expand you guys out here now again. So now we got the column mounted there, you know. We got to mount it down there on the floor. So we'll work on that next. So please like and subscribe, guys. We're going to call this video up to the firewall. Everything's done up to the firewall. So please take this stuff serious, because this is your steering and you don't want to lose it. If you're doing 60, 70 down the freeway, or if you're racing somebody at 80, 90, 100 miles an hour, you don't want to lose it. So, but thank you for subscribing. I appreciate it. And if you subscribe and hit the notification bell, you're going to get notifications of the next video. And today I'm going to try to finish this up. So we'll download this one. Upload it to YouTube, and then we'll get going on the next one. So again, thank you guys, gals. Happy New Year, wherever you are in this world. World is wish people just could be nice to one another, but I guess that's a problem nowadays. But I'm nice to you, and you're nice to me, and that's great. It's awesome. I don't care what anybody does. It's just, I hope it's for the greater good. Take care, guys, gals, and have a good one, and we'll talk to you later. I'm talking out of the air now here. Bye-bye.